Hey guys, what's going on? This is the Wrestling Ginger channel, brought to you by Al Durgalo. I'm new to YouTube. This is actually my first YouTube video. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring everybody up to date, give everybody the insider news of pro wrestling. As a lifelong pro wrestling fan, as a guy that keeps up to with the dirt sheets, the pro wrestling shows, the content that's just dumped out all week. It could be a lot on regular people, a lot on casual fans that don't really get to tune in to every single show. SmackDown, Raw, NXT, Dynamite, Collision, New Japan, TNA. There's so much to cover in pro wrestling now that not everybody really gets to watch it, gets to even keep up to date with it because there's so much content. I'm bringing you guys a brand new channel, and hopefully you guys like it. So let's dive right into it. This week we saw a lot of stuff happening, especially with the Bloodline drama. We'll start off with SmackDown this week. You know, SmackDown was very good. SmackDown had a little bit in the middle that I think that they need to start ramping up. That got a little boring. But overall, the SmackDown product has been better. It kicked off with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso coming out to talk to Jay and Sammy. Jay on Monday night invited Sammy to come over to SmackDown to talk to the Tribal Chief. You know, everybody comes down. Roman comes down. Jey Uso comes down with a big pop. That I think he is unbelievable now, popularity-wise. This guy he's one of those guys that are over. He is one of those guys that are completely over to the moon. I mean, he's even getting bigger chants than Roman sometimes. It's crazy to me. He comes out. Sammy comes out, and they're all talking in the ring. And Sammy says it did feel like he reiterates from Monday Night Raw that it did feel like the old times at Crown Jewel, where they were all four standing in the ring together, and it felt like old times for them. And he told Roman that he knows he loves him. Roman even cracked a smile. We all saw that. He broke character. Sammy is very, very good at breaking character. He can break anybody's character. And Sammy explained to him he will fight this battle with them. He will fight this battle, but on one condition, that Roman apologizes. And Roman obviously thinks it's for Sammy. It was not for Sammy. It was for Jay. And this was great storytelling because Sammy wants Roman to apologize to Jay for everything that Roman has put Jay through. Jay was the right-hand man. It's great storytelling. Roman then goes up, making like he's going to apologize. He then tells Jay he's not apologizing for anything. This is a waste of time that he even brought Sammy out here. Sammy's not family. He doesn't know what he's doing. The only person that Roman's interested in right now is Solo. Sammy looks at Jay. Sammy says, "I'm out." Signals he's out. Walks out of the ring. Jimmy, Jay, and Roman all standing in the back. Roman basically tells the two to get lost. Now Roman is alone the rest of the night. Solo has this big tribal chief ceremony going on. Roman's got to be alone for it. He's got to face these guys alone. And Solo thinks that Roman's going to acknowledge him later tonight. We all know that's not going to happen. After that, it was Bayley versus Candice LeRae in a so-so lackluster match. Wasn't a big deal to me. Furthered Bayley's mid-card character along, I guess. After that, we got Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano taking out Pretty Deadly. Now, I do like this. If they build Tommaso Ciampa up more and more and more and bring him back to the black heart of NXT, this is really what we want to see. The imminent crash between DIY is obvious at this point. There's no saving them. Tommaso Ciampa's already snapped. Let's see if he gets into that bad character, just the way Kevin Owens has gotten back into that NXT character that he was, that diabolical, sinister heel. We'll dive into Kevin Owens, though, and Randy Orton in a minute. Next, we're going to dive into this whole Kevin Owens and Randy Orton situation. I think Kevin Owens is completely justified, and I actually think Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes are the heel in this story. Kevin Owens is completely justified. The past 5 years, he's been fighting the bloodline. From WrestleMania 39, from everything so on, the Fatal 4-Way at the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania again, War Games, everything these guys have been through, and you go and team with the bloodline, if you're Cody Rhodes, if you're Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens' best friend, and Kevin Owens hasn't even dived into that yet, that Sami is back with the bloodline, is back talking to the bloodline. Not officially back, but back talking to the bloodline. I think Kevin Owens thinks that Sami's completely out of his mind. So in this story, Randy Orton's the heel to me. Kevin Owens is 100% the face. I want to see Kevin Owens get his revenge. I want to see Kevin Owens get his justification. Now, he calls out Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens comes out the stage, staring Randy down as security comes pouring out. Kevin Owens rushes the ring. They start fighting a little bit. Kevin Owens, they get backed up. Kevin Owens escapes, kicks Randy low. It didn't look like a low blow. They didn't sell it as a low blow, so he kicked him low. And Randy Orton goes down. Kevin Owens hits a pile driver on him. Now, Michael Cole, you hear Michael Cole on commentary, that's a bad move, that's a bad move. And I like where they're going with this story. You know, you don't need pile drivers every match. AEW does 20 million pile drivers every match. They don't sell it. At this rate, every man would be on concussion protocol and every man would be getting stretchered out if they did that in AEW. But WWE, I like the way they're selling this. I like the way that they're selling this very professional, as a professional organization, that there's banned moves. In the UFC, there's banned moves. 12-6 elbows are banned, knees on the ground, etc. So it does make it more of a professional look that you do have banned moves. After Randy took a clean pile driver. He didn't get spiked on his head. It was very protected by Randy or by Kevin Owens. It was very protected by Kevin Owens. So no harm, no foul. Now, Kevin Owens gets, he leaves. Nothing happens. It was kind of a little anticlimactic, but because we didn't hear from Kevin Owens for the rest of the night. But it furthers the story. Randy Orton gets stretchered out. They write Cody off television for the rest of the night by him leaving in the ambulance with Randy Orton. And that wraps that up. Let's go to the Motor City Machine Guns now. I love these guys, man. I love that they're getting a huge push. They have the championship entrance coming out. They faced the very underwhelming A-Town Down Under. That, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people agree, these two need to just split up already. They've dragged this out way too long. I just don't think that WWE has any direction for these two. So it's better to keep them together as a tag team they can put on TV than to split them up and have them sitting at home and sitting in catering all week. So I do like this match. It wasn't a bad match, but I love the Guns, man. I love how they're hyping them up as this great tag team, this veteran tag team that's came in and taken the tag team titles already. Great job. Love what they're doing with the Motor City Machine Guns. Love you guys. Been watching you guys since your TNA days. I think you guys totally deserve this run, and I can't wait to see a WrestleMania match with you guys. I think it'll be phenomenal. Now let's move on to the ending segment. The ending segment was Solo's Tribal Chief ceremony. Now, Solo comes out with the new bloodline. Tawa, Tonga, Jacob, they all come down. And Solo tries to get the crowd in Buffalo to acknowledge him. Obviously, that isn't happening. He gets booed out of the building. He knows what he's doing. I think Solo has taken a very good command of the ring and a very good command of his promos. He can work off the crowd. I think he's very good. I think he's definitely improved in that aspect a lot. I think his promo skills, his charismatic skills have actually superseded his in-ring skills. Moving on, Roman Reigns comes out next. Roman Reigns comes out and he interrupts the newly anointed Tribal Chief. He comes out, he says, he's not here to fight him. He's here to challenge him. He's not here to acknowledge him. He will never acknowledge him. He's here to challenge Solo. And Solo, with his little funny banter, says, you can't challenge me to be the Tribal Chief when you have no tribe. Reiterating to what happened earlier in the night when Roman basically told everybody to get lost. So now Roman is alone, and he can't really fight 4-on-1. Nobody can. So Solo challenges him. He tells Roman Reigns, you find 4 other guys that are willing to team with you, and you face the 5 of us. Roman Reigns says 5, there's only 4 of you. So obviously he announces the 4 bloodline, and then he announces his dog, Sami Zayn. Sami comes on the ramp, the Bloodline start attacking Roman Reigns. The Usos come down to help him out. Sammy's watching on. The new Bloodline gets the upper hand. Solo is now in the ring with Roman, down on his knees, with the thumb in the air for the Samoan spike. He tells Sammy, come on down. Come on down. Get you some. And Sammy comes down, sets up for the haluva kick, which Solo thinks it's on Roman. I think everybody saw this coming, that it wasn't going to be on Roman. And he ends up haluva kicking Solo. And SmackDown did good. I mean, it was a very good story, very good addition to this Bloodline saga, setting up for War Games. You know, I honestly thought when Solo was going to say his 5th member, I thought The Rock was coming out in Buffalo, New York. I really did. I was anticipating that. So that was a good little swerve. At the end of the night, you know, they clear the ring, as we see, and they all 4 stand in the ring together, holding the ones up. And that's it. You know, SmackDown concluded. It was a good show. A couple of things in the middle, like I said before, it wasn't, you know, the greatest. It was a little slow. The whole Bayley mid-card thing, I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I like Bayley in the mid-card, but what other direction does she have to go right now? I think Tiffany Stratton is definitely going to cash in that Money in the Bank on Nia Jax. When, I don't know. It could be even at Survivor Series. But they need to take the belt off Nia Jax. The way they've tried to build Nia Jax the same way they've built Gunther. And Nia Jax, I'm sorry, but you're not Gunther. You know, we had NXT this week, 2300 going on head-to-head with AEW Dynamite. NXT did get the slight edge in numbers, about 200,000 more. A lot of people anticipated that show. AEW Dynamite was very good this week. One thing AEW did a lot less this week was had a lot less commercials, which I liked. Tomorrow, come back tomorrow, and I will dive into the numbers on NXT, the numbers on AEW Dynamite, and the recap on AEW Collision and Rampage. And we'll also recap TNA Wrestling from Thursday night, the New Japan show they put on Access. Anything else you guys want to know, put down in the comments. Anything else you guys want me to cover, put down in the comments. I have a lot of wrestling belts. I have a lot of wrestling collector items. If you guys want to talk about that, if you guys want to talk about anything pro wrestling, let me know. I travel to a lot of events as well. I'm going to World's End this year. I'm going to try to go to the Royal Rumble. I don't have my tickets yet. I'm going to try to go to the Royal Rumble. That's not a guarantee. But I do have my tickets to WrestleMania 41 for 2 nights. And a lot of people are complaining about the prices. I actually got really lucky. I ended up paying $1,100 for Section 144. $1,100 plus $400 in fees from Ticketmaster, which is ridiculous. But I got a decent price, Section 144 for $1,100. I got on there on Wednesday pre-sale, the pre-sale after the Oakland Raiders, season ticket holders and friends and family pre-sale. I got it right on there. But I have seen, I have been monitoring the Ticketmaster prices. They are going insane. Right now, they are going to be insane for a while until at least after the Elimination Chamber. After the Elimination Chamber, prices should start to drop a little bit. So right now, the way I did it was I didn't plan on getting WrestleMania tickets right away. I just saw the opportunity for the cheap price, and I hit it. The way I go a lot about it now, get your flight first. There's not a lot, at least from where I'm at, I'm down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. There's not a lot of direct flights going out of Fort Lauderdale to Las Vegas. There was a lot of connecting flights through Delta. I ended up getting a direct flight through JetBlue. There might be more available flights now, but get your flight first. Flight before anything. Get your flight and get the protection on the flight so you can cancel just in case you don't go. Tickets-wise, I've definitely not Ticketmaster. Seen a lot on SeatGeek that's actually been pretty bad too, pretty comparable to Ticketmaster. StubHub has been pretty good for resale tickets so far. I can't believe it, but StubHub has been pretty good so far. Game Time and TickPix are honestly a really good place to go for them, I've heard. I've heard that they've been having really good deals on them. Not also heard, but I've actually been monitoring it too, so I've seen pretty good deals on there. So yeah, you can just get your flight, book your hotel. A lot of the apps now, like Hotels and Expedia and stuff, they have the option now that you can pay at the hotel, so you don't even got to put the money out just yet anyway. So book all that stuff first. get your tickets later. That's it for today, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about. I'll keep covering all the shows, and